This is Ben, and he's about to show us how to do a sit-up.
Hi guys.
Okay. Please, first of all, he needs to cross his arms across his chest, make sure his back is firmly flat on the ground, and needs to make sure that his legs are at a 90-degree angle. Then, we need Connor to hold his feet. Please, will you perform a sit-up? There we go. The objective of doing a sit-up is to monitor the development of the athlete's abdominal muscles. The equipment needed is a flat surface, a helper, and a mat. In this instance, we can't get a mat because Ben is poor.
Alright.
There you go. Ready? This is Ben doing the 30-metre sprint. As you can see, we've used a stopwatch, a tape measure. We've marked out 30 metres, and we need a Ben. How to do this is you measure out 30-metre long space, and you tell the person how fast you can run. You work this out by measuring the dividing the seconds by the metres that I run. Go! Go! That was 5 seconds flat. 5 seconds flat. No!
Let's bring it on. Let's do this. Do you, Connor? Carry on.
The equipment we need to perform the knee test is a 20-metre measure and tape,
Voilà.
a pre-recording of the test, a CD player, cones,
Yes.
one storing the results.
I'm guessing that's gonna be you. Yeah. Thought so. Okay.
The procedure is the subject runs between the two nines, set 20 metres apart, trying to keep up with the pre-recording beliefs.
Bleep. Bleep.
Roughly every minute the level changes and the beneath's depth noted together. The subject carries on running until they can't run anymore. Bleep.
Yes. Okay.
You didn't get me on there.
No, I didn't. He's... One more time, Lee. One more time, Lee. Okay, guys. Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that it? You sure? Are we sure about that? Alright, yeah, okay.
You said we were doing the advantages of this.
Yeah, we're doing that tomorrow, alright?
I almost fell. Yes.
Alright, today we're going to do the Hungarian download test, which today we need this. Right, you need my hand, which is this, and an idiot to make sure the score is perfect, which is this. It's on 0, which means I'm ready to go. Right, well, to start off with, it's measured in kilograms, which is, obviously, you should all know, kilograms, right? And so what you do is start off with it down beside you and lift it up directly ahead of you and you squeeze as hard as you can as it comes down. Then once you're done, you take the score, which comes 15. This is terrible, but it's because of champion, you know. And so that's how I got that water test.
Today we're going to measure the standard protocol test. The purpose is to measure the explosive power of the subject's legs. The equipment you need is a tape measure and someone to do the jumping. The procedure is the athlete stands behind the marked out 9 with his feet slightly apart. You use a 2-footed taped off and landing. The participant should use swinging arms and bend of the knees to help provide forward drive. The subject attempts to jump as far as they can, 3 times per round.
Come on, Jack.
You've jumped 2 metres 42 centimetres.
Well, today we're doing a sit and reach test, which tests your flexibility. To start off with, we need me, person sitting down on the table, and the box, sit and reach box, and a helper to stop it from running away. Right. The test is measured in centimetres, which goes all the way up the sit and reach board. And to demonstrate this test, what you do is you sit, feet flat against the box, and you lean forward to reach your skull. And that's the sit and reach test.
Wait. 2 advantages for the multi-stage fitness test are that you can do it in large groups. This is good because it saves time, and you don't need very much equipment, and this is good because it saves money. 2 disadvantages are that you need high motivation for it to get accurate results, and it costs money to get the tape.
Okay, this is for the 30-metre sprint. We got 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages. 2 advantages is it's quick to find out. It's very easy. It's you got a stopwatch, and you run, and your calculations and times are already there. So then you can go and find your data really quickly. And another thing, it's cheap. All you need to do is buy a stopwatch and a measuring tape, which won't cost a lot. Which then you'll be able to do test easily. And the 2 disadvantages, it needs a big space, because you can't do it in a space like this, because it's not long enough. So you're going to need a big space to be able to sprint and have enough time to stop before you reach your stopping place. And it doesn't tell you the true value of your speed, because it only shows your acceleration and a short burst of your sprinting, because it hasn't got full potential of length. And they're the 2.
Okay.
Doing the standing broad jump, 2 advantages are that it's fast to perform. This is good because it doesn't waste time, and you don't need very much equipment, and this saves money. 2 disadvantages are that the technique isn't always the same, so results can vary. And it only tests 1 muscle group, which are in the legs, so it doesn't give accurate results for whole body power.
Here's 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages about the hand grip diameter for strength. Right? The first one is you don't need a lot of space. You can do it practically anywhere, right? Because that's good, because then you can do it wherever you're standing, right? And the other thing is it's cheap, and all you really need is a hand grip diameter just to do this test. And the 2 disadvantages for it is, one disadvantage is you have to do it your first time, because you get weaker after the numerous amount of times you do it. So, and the other disadvantage is that they only test 1 muscle in your body. So if you've got strength in your leg, it doesn't test the strength in your leg, it only just tests the strength in your arms. Right, I'm talking about the flexibility test, the sit and reach test, 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages for it. First advantage is that you only need 1 piece of equipment for it, so it's easy to do, and you can just put it down, and then you won't have to follow around, go and get another piece of equipment. The other advantage is that you could do the test more than once for more accurate results. And which comes from that is that it's easy to find data on the internet for those results, because it's a very well known and very used test. And the 2 disadvantages, the first disadvantage is that the box is very expensive and not many shops sell it, so it's a very hard box to come by to get. And the other disadvantage is that it only tests your lower back and your hamstrings whilst doing this test.
Okay.
The advantages of the sit-up test is it's easy to do, and you can do it anywhere because you don't need any equipment. And the second advantage is it's cheap, because you don't need any equipment, you only need yourself. A disadvantage of this is it only tests the abs, it doesn't test any other part of the body. And another disadvantage is there's different techniques, so some people can do it different and some people can do it wrong.
Okay.
Doing it. We did the BMI test. There are 2 advantages of this test.
But I know in a minute, Matt, you'll be able to make a judgment on how much weight to lose to become healthy. You can see how much body fat you have in proportion to your weight. Two disadvantages. It doesn't take into account all the other variables, e.g. clothes, water weight, food consumed and waste inside the body. There's also a lot of precise equipment involved, which is expensive, and one-off measurement might affect the overall result.